I don't know what they usually say on them, you know, who you're agreeing with.
They're just interim list.
I still don't have a picture.
Seriously?
That's a K camp.
Hmm.
Their participation.
That's weird.
I have sound, but I don't have a
Audio,
picture.
just not. Huh,
They call it.
it's gonna get wild in here.
Oh my, it's getting awful close. It is 6 o'clock and I do have a quorum, so I'm gonna open the meeting. Call this meeting to order. Welcome everyone to the March 25th business meeting in City of Smith Center. Council, have you had a chance to read the minutes from the March 11th meeting minutes and our special meeting on March 18th? Would there be any additions or corrections for those minutes? If not, has everybody reviewed your vouchers, reviewed the receipts? If everything is in order, I need a motion to pass all three: March 11th meeting minutes, March 18th, pay the bills, review the receipts.
So moved.
I'll second it. Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. K-Camp resolution, we have the property and liability insurance, changing carriers. We need to do this. Which one's first?
The resolution, and then it will then approve you signing next group of papers. And
This
then
one or that one?
then I have a couple to go through. It's the resolution first.
Yeah, this one. This gives us the authority to go to the pool for insurance.
Correct. And for you to sign the bylaws and interlocal agreement.
Okay. We need a motion to approve resolution 2024-4. So moved. Giving us the authority.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. You want me to sign yours or not?
Got one. I know. That allows you to do that. Right.
6 inch.
There's a couple more things. Oh, and there's bylaws. You will see an email from Melissa Heron. That has the airport liability coverage that was presented to you at the last meeting. In addition, it does list the liability. The third page is a notice of terrorism insurance coverage and authorization to bind coverage. Optional to purchase the war liability at a premium of 5%, which is $116, and the terrorism liability at a premium rate of 60%, which is $1,390. You can either add that to your plan or decline.
What is it? What is in the, out here in the middle of Kansas, what, we got a war liability exposure? Must have, huh? And terrorism liability?
The war liability, I cannot say whether we've had that. In the
What
past,
type,
we have had the terrorism.
what is, anybody know what's in that coverage?
I'm not an insurance agent, sorry. The terrorism liability is one that we've had.
We have had that.
Correct. The war, I'm certain of.
Oh, man, I think we have to have it. Council, what do you think?
So that gives us, we're allowed to go to war. Is that what that means?
I don't know. It almost scares me.
It's absolutely optional.
I don't even see I see where they talk about the terrorism, but is the war thing in there with that,
It's not
that
defined anywhere.
disclosure?
No.
I don't think I'm gonna get anything. We have no idea what it is.
On this page, it says war, hijacking, and other perils.
Well, if we're real close to.
However, your policy may contain other exclusions which might affect your coverage, such as nuclear events. I think
Hey
this is
man,
probably
you never
just
know.
generic from,
Well, wouldn't a hijacking be covered under the owner of the plane?
Oh, I don't know.
This is just.
Don't ask me. I don't know what, they might have also had the terrorism exclusion on their plane insurance. I don't know. Don't ask me.
$100 billion cap.
What I don't understand here is it says the war liability could purchase at 5%. Terrorism liability could purchase at 60%. But if the war liability is purchased, the terrorism liability could purchase at 5%.
It does say that.
Where are you reading that?
It's in the email and it's on the airport liability sheet.
So it's not 5%. So it wouldn't be $13.90. It'd be like $100.
I don't think we can move forward until that 60% seems ridiculous.
That's her commission.
I mean, this thing right here does kind of tell you like what it covers a little bit.
I don't think we need either.
I don't either. I think we provide hangars and we need to ensure the value of the hangars and all the other stuff is, if we have war or terrorism in North Central Kansas, we got bigger problems in our hangars.
I don't want them to call it 15-year-old going out there breaking windows. They call it terrorism either. And an insurance
I don't
company
think
may do
that- I think it's
That'd be vandalism.
specifically
No,
for
if they don't have to pay, it's terrorism.
Terrorism Risk Insurance Act. An act of terrorism is defined under that act. So a 15-year-old breaking out your windows is unlikely to meet that standard.
Unless you go to the house.
What?
Never mind.
I say no.
Council, what's your decision? Don?
No,
Chris?
No.
No.
Rating? Move on.
You get your signature? To the fine page.
Don't tell me.
Thank you.
You can fit it there.
Another part of it.
That's only because. So we don't need to.
We don't need this.
Then I just included these so you can see them. I'll get your signatures on them after.
Okay.
I don't need a motion.
Don't need a motion on that. All right. That concludes the K-Camp stuff.
Did we do the interlocal agreement?
Yes, we did. That's that resolution. Which approved that interlocal. Move on to new business. You don't have any more, okay. Wagner Park Security Systems update.
You'll see two estimates in your packet from TEC, the company that provided the security system that is there right now that we were able to obtain from the grant from D&G Hansen. The DVRs, of course, are now outdated. We can view them with Internet Explorer only, the old Internet Explorer. This is to update those DVRs. They aren't going to charge us anything in addition. They've lumped it together at $650 per or two. We have 4 cameras in each of the facilities that cover all of the park, or the majority.
Where they monitor that? They come to our monitor,
Our offices,
or our office. We have the backup power to handle it all.
it's, yes, but it's difficult to do. It takes us a little bit to get to it, to do.
Do we need to upgrade anything?
These will make it work.
Okay. Council, questions? Brady?
Good.
Don? Chris? Need a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion to approve the two bids, estimates.
Then move seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Is that all we have for new business? Department reports, economic development. Nick, you may have the floor.
All right. We got a couple of program applications here. One of them is for a commercial property revitalization grant for Jean's Heartland grocery store. They are evidently building a storage facility out there, and it's going to allow them to stock more items, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, they asked for a jumpstart grant, or excuse me, a commercial revitalization grant for that for up to $5,000. All their documents were in order and approved by the ED board.
Questions, anyone? Don?
Nope.
Chris?
Nope.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Move seconded to approve Jean's Heartland Foods. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, thank you. The next one was on Cross-Eyed Cricket. This is the new coffee shop that took over where the Twisted Pedal was. They were asking for a Jumpstart grant. They had met all the program application requirements, met with Galen Lambert on SCORE to go over financial plans and all that kind of stuff. So the board, we had some discussion about was any of this money going to the prior owner and blah, blah, blah. And, she assured us it wasn't. So we didn't really have any other issues with it, and appreciate the fact that she's a new owner and she's got a lot of costs in she's going to be incorporating the bakery, I guess, into the coffee shop. And that's kind of next phase there. So we thought it was a good program and everything checked out on the books. So we approved it. And that's for $5,000 Jumpstart grant. And that's a grant that they'll take over time. So they'll
It's a
take
payment factor.
Yeah, the payment thing.
Questions, Brady?
Nope.
Don?
Nope.
Chris? Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. Moved, seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Motion carried.
All right. The last one, this is one we were most excited about. This was in your report as K-Dogs. So this is the Kenton Freeborn, who's here tonight, along with Justin from First National Bank. They are in the process of acquiring Arwen Manufacturing. Just kind of give you guys a little background there. Arwen's was going to shut down here in April and completely close their facility, just sell off the real estate. Through that process of the sales, Kenton came along. He used to work there, so his experience in the fiberglass and certainly with Arwen's. Kenton has some other business ventures too that he'll be rolling into the purchase. He does custom fabrication for vehicles. I don't want to missay anything, Kenton, so if I say anything wrong, just jump in and tell me. We're super excited about this. This is a revolving loan request for $90,000, which is a little less than a third of what the purchase price is and everything to get up and running. So this is truly just a jumpstart grant, not jumpstart. This is just truly a revolving loan to fit into what the bank's already doing. Kenton, again, we're real excited because we're not only keeping a manufacturing business from leaving, we're also gaining the business that he's going to be bringing to here. And we're also excited that he's going to be cleaning up the facility. There's future expansion already and talks to put some more buildings out there and, grow the workforce out there. So really good thing. We went through a lot of discussion about it. I abstained from any voting or discussion because I'm involved in the real estate transaction. But everything went through. We've got all the paperwork in order, all the documentation there. And if you guys have any questions, these guys are here tonight and can answer any of them. But the revolving loan was for that our committee or our board granted was for $90,000. That was on a 10-year note, just a normal balance that we do with those revolving loans.
personal guarantee involved.
Yep, personal guarantee and a second
Second.
position mortgage on the building, the real estate here. Yeah.
Everything.
Which is more than, without giving away too many numbers, it's more than well collateralized, I would say.
Okay.
So,
Funds distributed through the title company.
yeah, so it would just go through a normal closing. It's gonna go through Colliers. They'll do the mortgage and everything for us at closing or filing of the mortgage. I've already got all that set up, and other than that, Kenton signed a personal guarantee at a meeting we had the other night, and so everything's in order.
Comments?
Well, keep the business going.
Yeah, that's, I mean, I was just,
Very much so.
yeah.
Don?
No.
Chris?
Same thing as Brady said, glad to have him here.
Need a motion to approve. You got the documentation in order.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Cool. The only last thing we had on economic development was we're still just looking for a director. So if anybody knows anybody, we've actually had a discussion the other night too about just changing the description that we're soliciting for and not saying it's a director position, but a staff position. We're hoping that that will allow us to, because we've heard some people say, well, I'm not director quality material. And we've had some other people say, well, I don't want to be a part-timer either on the other job we were offering. And so we're just trying to offer for a staff job right now. And then we can gauge that based on the person's qualifications and experience. So that's kind of the direction we're heading with that right now. But we're just plugging away. So again, you guys know anybody, holler at us.
Okay.
Cool. That's all I got. Unless you guys got anything else for me.
Anybody have anything for Nick? Don?
No.
Chris?
Cool. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. It's a big one with K-Dogs here, so.
Thanks.
Next, we have the golf course. Who wants to present for the golf course?
That would be me.
Be you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
all.
The minutes are in your packet from their meeting that was just held yesterday. One thing that they would like just to reiterate are the hours of the golf course, which are sun up to sundown. And they have had some people out there after dark, which of course is huge like that. But that's something then, I did ask Tracy to go down, he was gonna go get some pricing to get some signage. Because while it's a decently well-known fact, it's not necessarily advertised. So it's something that we can update, like on our website, have signage out at the golf course.
Rick? You know anything about it?
Yeah, that pump, I received notice today, it's done. They'll get down there and put it in, weather permitting. They rebuilt, it was rebuildable, so that's a big deal. 4,000 compared to 21,000, so.
Do you know anything about what's going on after dark out there? We need to, there's something special going on.
It's nothing legal, just some people out there after dark.
I'm not so sure it wouldn't be better to put a time on it instead of sunrise, sunset.
But you're gonna run into 7 o'clock dark when, on a day that,
Yeah,
there's seasonably nice
exactly.
days that you're gonna
Well,
go
it's
out
dark.
after work.
Well, but the thing is, if I go out there, if I start at 7, I'm not done. It's dark. I'm now out there after dark. Or maybe say no rounds will start before.
No, you can't do that.
The time varies
There's
so
people
much.
out there all the time putting their carts away and they're finishing.
Yeah, but I'm
at
talking about
dark.
playing golf. I'm not talking about putting your carts away.
Well, how are you gonna determine it?
Well, if you
You're
start-
gonna limit what time you can start playing?
Well, what about, then you're gonna have people on the course after after
Well,
sunset.
you just leave, if you know you have to leave at sunset, then you leave at sunset. You know,
Okay, that's fine. I've
Yeah.
got no problem with that, but
I think if you're a person who has like a membership and you go and you only get a few holes in, no big deal. If you go and pay to play 18 at 7 o'clock at night, you should probably know that you're not gonna get 18 in.
yeah, that's kind of my point.
Don't you think?
Well,
Yeah,
no, I
right.
don't, but I don't think at all. But uh,
Well, the signage, that's the hope, is we add the signage where it's seen when you first come in, and then again at the clubhouse, we can add it on the website,
That's
various places.
And if they want to do a glow ball tournament, permission of the board.
Which is how we've done it before.
Brady, you in agreement to the signage?
Yes.
Don?
Yeah.
Chris? Yeah. All right. Anything else with the golf course? Jamie, you may have the floor for the police department.
I've got a gentleman that put an application in. I had Jill send him back his release, because he sent his application back without the release, so waiting for that to get back so I can start checking on him. We had another gentleman that called the sheriff's office, and they had sent him an application because he was looking to relocate here, so haven't had really a chance to talk to him. And then I also had a deputy from Jewel County that was interested in working part-time for us.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get with Jill and kind of figure out what the amount was, because I knew we were gonna discuss payroll or whatever tonight, and I don't think we're probably doing that, so I'll go with what we've got and then tell him it might change, so. And I'm gonna get him an application to check things out, but he's currently certified and everything, so. So it'd be just part-time, but you never know, might work in something full-time, so.
Anybody have anything for Jamie? Don?
No.
Chris?
Would it be safe to say for Jamie to tell this potential candidate that wages will change?
Yeah.
I mean,
We're in full review.
we just don't know what they are yet, but they will.
Yeah.
Be. This is-
What's that, Chris?
The wage conversation. I mean, I know you don't realize or you can't tell where he'll be at, but I think it's a safe conversation to have that they will be adjusted to a more favorable compensation rate.
Okay. Because that's what I was kind of waiting on, and like I said, this other gentleman sent his application in quite a while ago, and Jill sent him back the deal so I could go ahead and do his background and stuff, and he's actually originally from here. So, he's been law enforcement, but it's been a while since he's been working into it, so. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I'll kind of tell him, that we'll go with what we've got and then tell them that, that's a possibility of being changed here in the near future, so.
Okay. Brady, you have anything for Tabitha, do you have anything? Okay. Thank you, Jamie. Rick, you may have the floor.
The county has agreed to grind the old runway for us at no charge. We're gonna help them haul it off and supply the water, because that thing takes water to keep the blades cool on it. So I'm just letting you know, unless somebody's got a problem with it, doing it for free, we're gonna give them the material and help them haul it. And they were gonna start this morning, but weather's not quite right, so
Okay.
that's all I got.
Don, you have anything for Rick?
Nope.
Brady?
Nope.
Chris? Jill, do you have anything to bring for the council?
I included in your packet a payment voucher request that I sent to the state. This is just to kind of keep you in the loop of where we are on the engineering side of the K204 project. Let's just see where we're making some ground. We're getting there. That's all.
Anybody have anything for Jill? Don?
Nope.
Chris?
I've got a premium statement for a fireman that showed up over there. I need to get that to you.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Brady, you have anything for Jill? Ariel, do you have anything to bring for the council?
I do not.
Brady, you have anything for Ariel?
Yep.
Don?
Nope.
Okay. Tabitha, do you have anything to bring for the council?
Nope.
Anybody have anything for Tabitha? Brady? Don?
Nope.
Chris?
Nope.
Governing body reports. Who wants to go first? Brady?
I'm not.
Dave? Don, you have anything to bring?
If you, any garbage you have,
We have had 2 pickup applications. I sent
Is
another email to Kelly at the school to kind of remind her.
they've been announcing it.
Good, okay. And I got one back before we even sent it out. When we talked at the meeting 3 meetings ago, I have one the next day in my email. So I'm returning
I'm not gonna do any promoting. My promoting was a complete failure last year. A complete failure.
It's hard to say what you're gonna get.
You don't know what you're gonna, yeah, till you try.
We only have one turned in and two others that have picked up at this point.
Don, is that all you have?
Yes.
Chris, you have anything, Brian?
All I have is Saturday evening, the fire department had their annual pancake feed fundraiser and had a good turnout. And I just want to say thank you for the community to help support the fire department.
Thank you. Hope you had, it looked like you had a good
We had a
turnout.
good turnout.
You were out of town.
Jill had, that concludes our council reports. Jill had given us some stuff for our pay scale thing. In light of what, we're short a couple of council members, we're not gonna make any decisions tonight. Anybody have any just, input to throw at this? Because I'm gonna have to put it on the schedule for this next meeting. Jill has run some scenarios for different things. I want you guys to review those.
And those percentages all over, and we'll gladly, if you guys have other options, email them to me and I will run them for you. Let's see where we are. And a lot of these ended up higher at a lower cap than what you were looking at. I ran it out a few extra just so you'd see where it was.
What would do you have a bottom line on how much this would increase?
We won't know until we get there.
Yeah, it's all over the board at this point. But I did several different scenarios. Some of those, as you'll see, like the first year, at the 6 months, doing a different percentage to encourage someone to stay, a higher percentage, and then a lower percentage for the other 6 months to get them here. Other options are, merit awards, longevity awards based on, bonus amounts for a certain number of years. There's so many different options we could do.
When I first envisioned what I was trying to come up with, if you're going to give a percentage or a fixed number, you can do either one and only do it to this one number, to the first square. Because if your rules of your chart are in order, so much for this one, so much on down, that changing that one number will fall through the whole system, whether it's a percentage of raise or a fixed number of raise. So
You just change the entry level and that's
you
it.
change the very first entry level square to whatever you want to do, and then everything will take care of itself after that. Whether it's a percentage, but if you do a percentage of that entry level square. So it will cap itself if you only give a percentage to the low number, because the high number, instead of getting a full 3%, which would be like we worked last time, $65 more per month than the first level, it would bring it down to where it's only a 2% rate. It's still a bigger rate, but it's only 2.
Yeah, but it's bigger for the
Yeah,
least experienced people than the more experienced.
right. But it's also plays into the cap side of it. So I just want you to think about that.
That would be by far the easiest way to do it. You just change that, and then you're right, it's gonna fall all the way through.
But this is why I said, when I talked earlier, the earlier meetings, about the rules of scale. As they go down, it's so many dollars. As they go across, there's so much. Department heads make more than the full-time police makes. Those type of rules. So if you had the rule that you fixed your, whatever you're gonna give to the first guy, then the rest of the rules of the scale falls into place.
And the additional information on there would be separate. Once you set it, I put it on each one so that you could easily see where people would fall. at
Yeah,
this
and
point.
that's for our purposes
Yeah.
for now. But anyway, I just planting the seed, see what happens. I think we need to look at it and talk about it and come up with your own suggestions for what you think will work and be hopefully a simple way to conclude this thing.
If we're gonna, like we said, that's by far the easiest way, but I think we have to discipline ourselves. I mean, I know we have the right to do this, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna jump somebody 2 steps.
Yeah. And then-
They're on the scale, they're on the scale.
Yeah, that's what it
Okay.
is. Yeah. Anyway, does anyone have anything else to bring before the council? Jill, would you put the base scale on for next meeting, please? And hopefully we'll have a full board, and we'll maybe hit it more in detail and get it over with. I need a motion to adjourn.
Some of,
Need a second.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
all right,
Motion carried. My phone vibrates like I get a text. There's nothing. Did yours, were yours on the